Dev Chat Post 8.2. Go. Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we are headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers from 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A livestream, and this one felt a little different, because this is the first stream that Mike has held post 0.8.2, so a lot of the stream was just kind of showcasing stuff from the update, and then answering questions about it. But we still got some juicy questions answered. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right, let's jump right into this. Our first question is about the new Minion AI update for 0.8.2. Ranged minions feel so much better. Check out my Fire Necro build guide. But melee minions still have a very short leash. What is 11th Hour Games' plans for the future of minions?
Yeah, we are looking at still adding in extra controls. I don't know how to say it, like stances, personalities, aggression, behavior levels for minions, so you can set like, okay, this I really want to be super aggressive and just chase targets no matter what, or I want it to, you know, leash back to me quicker, that sort of stuff. Oh, don't click outside the game. There we go. and that'll be on a per minion basis. We still haven't implemented that yet, but it is something we are looking at. I keep clicking outside.
So really interesting. So right now, obviously, we can control minions, and yes, the ranged AI is a whole lot better, but we're going to be able to change aggression levels in the future. So you can have it where they don't get X amount of distance from you. So it kind of keeps, you know, a shield around you if you are trying to survive, or you can have them go out even farther to hunt other monsters. That is going to be an exciting update. As of right now, the community is a little bit torn about the new maps for 0.8.2. Obviously, they are visually stunning and look a whole lot better, but now people are complaining that it's even harder to find where you're supposed to go throughout the campaign. Mike has a quick answer for us.
Yes, we are looking at updating the colors on the map and the size of them to scale with zoom a little bit better.
Yes, they're going to change it so it's easier to find quests. A request that I see from the community a lot is around mana potions. Does 11th Hour Games plan on ever implementing them in Last Epoch?
No, there's not. We've actually really carefully not included mana potions, and pretty well every ability is balanced around the fact that there are no mana potions. I'd say it's really unlikely that we'll add mana potions in the future, but not impossible.
No. This is a question that I continue to ask 11th Hour Games. What is the plan for expanding the role of training dummies in the game?
We'll probably have some... It's not set exactly what we're going to do with it yet, but I think we are looking at having a... something akin to a dummy room, where there's like a group of training dummies all, you know, hanging out in different patterns and different alignments maybe, and maybe the thing that I've seen requested, I don't know if we're going to go this far or not, but the thing that I've seen requested frequently is like several dummies in different patterns and be able to set different resistances on them and be able to set, you know, different like start a trigger to track DPS over a time period or something like that. And, like I don't know how far we're going to go with it, but we get enough requests for things like that that I can see us doing something.
Please bring that to 0.8.3. Please. Now, we know in the future we are going to get some form of extensive trading system in Last Epoch, but will there be some items that will not be allowed to be traded? Some items that are bound to your account? What are the plans for the future?
Yeah, there's we have definitely talked about restricting what items can be traded and can't be traded, for sure. That's a conversation that came up real early. How items are obtained, what type of items they are, those are different things we've considered restricting them on. think we have any solid plans on if we are going to restrict things, and if we are, how we would restrict them.
He's saying there isn't solid plans, but I do have a feeling there's going to be some stuff that is account bound. Not everything is going to be able to be traded, but we're going to have to wait and see. Just for fun, I wanted to show in Mike showing off a little bit. Something that I want.
Someone's asking, can you please show off the LE playmat? Yeah, I can. I'd be happy to. I think I told someone that if they wanted to see it, they should come to the stream and ask, so I assume that's you. Please excuse mine, it's very messy because I use it every day. Just dust it off a little bit. So this is, is that back here? Oh no. This is, I think we've got a new style in now that's even nicer than this.
I want the new one.
But if you're waiting for one in the mail right now, this is probably what was sent out to you, or if you've got one recently. We've got a new one that includes the new logo style and some new artwork. I think it's similar to the splash art, the Steam splash art. I think what's on the new one? It's so gorgeous. I can't wait. I hope there's one in the mail for me.
Now I'm looking at you. I want one. I really like the way Mike answered this question. Are there any plans for paid expansions for Last Epoch in the future?
Or not. We don't want to segregate the community. So we don't want to have a scenario where we release new content and it's $10 and say half of the community buys the expansion and half doesn't, and then suddenly you're like, hey Johnny, come play Last Epoch with me. Like, you haven't played in a while, come on back and try it because there's new content. And Johnny's like, yeah, I mean, I'll give it a go again, see how it's going. And then he's like, oh, I gotta pay $10 to even just try the new content. Maybe I won't bother coming back. Or maybe it's just someone who can't afford to buy more games right now. And then suddenly their friends who they play with frequently go off to do new content and they can't join them. And these are the sorts of things we want to avoid. So we do plan to have all of the content be available to everyone who has bought the game in any way. So whether or not you've bought just the basic starter pack, or enough to make your own unique, we want you to still have access to the same core content that everyone else does, and be able to play with your friends.
I love that answer. And that's exactly what happens. Hey, you want to try out the new update? And then you realize it costs money and they're like, no, the hell with that. Great decision. We have officially come to our last question, and like always, I'm going to allow Mike to take out this video. I'm also going to let Mike ask the question because this is, as he would put it, one of those spicy topics. Now, Mike, as always, thank you for continuing to do these Friday live streams. The community really appreciates it, and it's awesome to get our questions answered. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We are approaching 1,000 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this dev chat. Mike, take it away.
Will you add loot mystery boxes? I think it's such a huge question. I mean, the short answer is no, not in the sense of like loot boxes as a terrible taboo thing. Oh, I like totally missed. Oh no, I didn't miss. Sorry, my bad. I think there are times that people have done random NTX in a positive way. The example I always come back to is when Riot did the mystery skin gifting. I have no idea if they're still doing it or not. But that was I thought that was really cool, where the amount you were paying per random skin gift was basically the cost of a cheap one, and it was always sending it to someone else, and it was like they're basically getting even value for what they're spending anyways in the worst case scenario, and then the best case scenario is way more value than they paid for, which I thought was always really cool. So it's sort of instead of your like, if you paid $10 and on average you're getting something that's worth $1, but every once in a while you get something that's worth $100, that's just gambling and not awesome, especially if you can then turn around and sell that, which is what I was concerned about earlier with being able to trade MTX. It really becomes a gambling system, and that's not good. We don't want that. I could see having some sort of system whereby and I'm not saying we're going to do this or not, but if we did do any sort of mystery loot box style thing, it would be very limited capacity, and the rate of return would be very positive. I mean, it's such a dangerous thing to even dip your toe into these days. I doubt we'd do it. All I'm saying is there are ways to do it not awfully.